Now, European Union leaders have thrown their weight behind South Africa in the face of growing protectionism and economic threats. At the start of the 8th South Africa-European Union Summit in Cape Town, President of the European Commission Ursula von der Leyen announced a €4.7 billion investment package for South Africa. This announcement comes just days after the US withdrew from South Africa Just Energy Transition Partnership. That's what it was called. This was the first South Africa-EU summit since 2018. Von der Leyen, who came out strongly in favor of multilateralism, said that Europe was looking to deepen its trade relationship with South Africa, and strengthening trade ties was in everyone's interest. South Africa is the EU's largest trading partner in sub-Saharan Africa. The EU president also added that the funding they announced included funding for clean energy transition and also to boost vaccine manufacturing. In his opening remarks, President Ramaphosa said the summit came at a time of increasing global uncertainty and while multilateralism is under attack. Both the EU and South Africa have felt the impact of Trump's first months of his second term. The Trump administration singled out South Africa by signing executive orders and cutting all funding. It accused Pretoria of its domestic and foreign policies being anti-American. He has also criticized South Africa for its new land law, accusing the government of confiscating white-owned farms and offering US citizenship to white Afrikaner farmers. Von der Leyen's visit also re-emphasized the EU's support for South Africa's G20 presidency, another area where the United States has criticized South Africa while boycotting some early G20 meetings. The summit also discussed efforts to end the war in Ukraine, with President Volodymyr Zelensky expected in South Africa next month. For more on this, our correspondent António has sent us this report from Johannesburg. Listen to this.
European Union leaders showed a great deal of support to South Africa, vowing to deepen cooperation as both grapple with aid and trade threats from the new US administration. Both South Africa and European Union's message stood in contrast to the Trump administration's confrontational foreign policy and trade tariffs. Experts say the summit was a declaration of unity, and both EU and South Africa outperformed themselves in trying to put a united display of unity, purpose, oneness in the presence of one common threat, which was most spoken about, yet not named. Meanwhile, few have said that even though both EU and South Africa spoke about a lot of things, what they did not speak about is the peace and security in the continent, even though South Africa is the leading advocate for peace in Africa. They did not make a mention about situation in the Eastern DRC, the Sahel region and Mozambique. Experts say this proves that the world has little appetite left for peace, and what everyone is going for is war and aggressiveness. This is António from Johannesburg, South Africa for WION World is One.